All right, so a lot of us think of hypnosis as just sort of a sideshow that we would see like a magician
in Las Vegas,
doing.
we're going to make you bark like a dog.
Right.
And I want people to really know that this has scientific medical uses. In fact, my own brain scans are in the front cover here, if you open that up. And you can really see that this has a scientific basis, right? And, you know, in fact, here at MD Anderson here in Houston, they're using hypnosis to treat cancer patients, to really help people to recover more quickly from cancer. They're using it for surgeries, and you can use it for all sorts of things, from phobias to physical complaints. So it really can help people to do all sorts of amazing things.
You know, I've heard of hypnosis. One of my dear friends used that to kick a smoking habit.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And
for that.
it just sort of I mean, I guess without getting into like the full, you know, several hours of a scientific background or explanation, how does it turn off in the brain? Like, how does that work?
Any habit is deeply ingrained, right? So we have these behavioral patterns. We know that hypnosis, we can see it on those brain scans, that's my brain on hypnosis. It changes the way the brain is wired. So it has control over things that are underneath our conscious control. So anything that has sort of a habitual nature, like smoking, a nervous habit, hypnosis is really fantastic for.
And we know, Dr. Dow, that you have so many degrees. Tell us a little bit about why you started studying hypnosis, though, because I understand your brother David suffered from a stroke.
Yes. So I was really inspired. You know, I was in high school when he had this massive stroke, and I saw his incredible recovery. And I saw and was fascinated by the brain and its ability to heal and recover. So I, you know, got a master's, a doctorate, a second doctorate, and I was really inspired to help people to heal, to help their own brains to heal. And then I became fascinated with the subconscious. So in my own private practice in Los Angeles, you know, helping everyday people, families, a lot of celebrities on TV as well, helping them. And then I discovered hypnosis. And when I started to add hypnosis, I realized that I was helping people to kick things like alcoholism, smoking, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer survivors. I was helping them to change 10 times faster than without using the subconscious. So it's really one of the most powerful tools, and I knew I had to write a book about it.
It's really amazing to think about how this works, and when you start diving into sort of the inner workings of what happens in our brain. When you're, and I know each person is totally different, but is it one session of hypnosis and you're good, or do you need several?
So research shows that about 8 sessions, you're going to get a lot of benefit. In Vegas, what they're doing, if you are the 1 in 10 really high hypnotizable, you might be one of those like 1 session and done people. I've treated people where it's like 1 session and bam, like that is kicked. For most people, it's going to be like 4, 5, 6, 8 sessions. We're going to see some pretty incredible results.
Do you ever just like walk into a room and try to do it without telling anybody who you are or what you do? I don't know
if it works like
that. It's like a good party trick. No?
There are some hypnotic suggestions and languaging that you can subtly use, and some people do that. I tend to not do that. I think it's a little, you know, it's a little dicey. I try to stay away from
So you could be hypnotizing us right at this moment.
Know it.
So we would love to see your work in action, and I know we had talked about doing hypnosis live on the show. So for viewers of Houston Life, they know that I have this recurring dream that Courtney says a bad word on live TV. That actually happened to you once. You hypnotized one of the housewives and she cursed?
No, I hypnotized a woman with chronic low back pain on Dr. Oz. And she couldn't believe it, because when she came out of it, I said, you know, okay, now scale the pain from 1 to 10, because when we started 10 minutes prior, it was a 10. And she said, holy because she couldn't believe it, because it went down to a 0 in 10 minutes. Hypnosis before modern anesthesia was used as the original anesthesia. It's incredible for chronic pain, for any sort of pain relief, migraines, and she could not believe that in 10 minutes I took her pain from like a 10 to a 0. And so we had to beep it out on the air, and Dr. Oz and I had a good laugh.
Oh boy. Do we have the beeps
no
ready?
Cursing. So can you hypnotize Courtney right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
So you have a complaint, something you want to work on?
I mean, I do grind my teeth at night.
That's perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to just take a deep breath. So you're sitting in that chair, you're exhaling, you're looking at my finger, you're breathing easy, you're looking at my finger, and then on the next exhale, you're gonna follow the breath, and then on the next inhale, you're gonna inhale, follow my finger. Now hold the breath, hold that breath. And now exhale, and as the exhale happens, you can allow the eyeballs to float down, and as the eyelids become heavy, you can close, and you can imagine that you're walking down a flight of stairs, and that flight of stairs has 7 steps. And you can just notice now that the eyeballs are fluttering, which is a sign that you're already entering into trance. You can allow yourself to become deeply relaxed on that inhale, now that exhale, walking down 6. That's right. You're doing so wonderfully already. You've only just begun 5. Yes, that's right, Courtney. Isn't it so nice just to give yourself this time 4, seeing yourself walking down, perhaps down to a beautiful, wonderful beach. Yes, that's right. Exhaling 3, and 2, and 1. And you step out onto that beautiful beach and perhaps onto into a very happy memory. And you can feel that part of your body that already feels the most relaxed. And then, Courtney, I wonder if that part of the relaxed body, that cool, calm comfort, can actually begin to spread to the jaw. You can see that, can't you? Yes, that's right. And it's like the cells are communicating with each other, and all those cells and that relaxation is spreading from whatever part of the body feels the most relaxed onto the jaw, and it's moving around the jaw, sort of like warm honey coating the jaw. And in each and every day, in each and every way, moment by moment, and step by step, whether you're awake or whether you're asleep, it's as if your body knows how to remain cool and calm and comfortable. And whenever you think of this warm and beautiful place, whether you're awake or whether you're asleep, your subconscious knows that you can remain so comfortable. And you can now see the tension in the jaw beginning to melt, and you can visualize it like warm honey melting, and you can see that warm honey melting down the shoulders. Yes, that's right. And I wonder now if you can see that tension floating away, floating so far away. And I don't know what point it will be, if it will be tonight or next week, but that tension will remain gone when you sleep. And it will begin to dissolve each and every day. And now you're going to walk back up those stairs. 7, 6, 5, becoming more awake and alert. Eyes open, 3, 2, 1. What did that feel like?
I can't even describe it, but it's like I'm not even heavy.
Yeah.
Like weightless.
Yeah.
And almost like cooling, like my body temperature cooled.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really strange.
We see a change in body temperature when people go into trance. So that makes sense.
Okay, we got to take a commercial break while you recover from this experience.
Incredible. Best-selling author and therapist, Dr. Mike Dow. I have to tell you, this was so incredible.
That was trippy for you.
It was really trippy, and I was very skeptical.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is usually when you think of hypnosis, I would think you don't hear anything, you kind of aren't listening.
Yeah.
It wasn't the case at all. I mean, I listened to every word you were saying. It was just that the weight of my body was not there.
People feel weightless a lot of the time. One of the things I do sometimes, I have them pretend like a balloon is tied to them, and when they go into trance, they'll go like this. Like their body starts to actually float, because the conscious control of all the tension, it just starts to let go. And sometimes people, like when I go into trance, my body goes like this, like I'm falling asleep. Even though I'm awake, you're actually suspending your brain in theta brainwaves, which is the brainwave of dreaming. So you're actually somewhere in between being awake and being asleep. So you can still hear things, but you're actually dreaming, but you can choose what you're dreaming about. And that's important for a lot of different scientific reasons, because if you can actually visualize certain things, it starts to rewire the brain, it starts to rewire memory. I can be a scientific nerd and tell you why that's important and what we can do with that, but it's really significant when it comes to tension and jaw tension or IBS or migraines, all of that stuff.
Right.
Does someone, in order to be hypnotized, do they need to be open to the idea? Because Courtney will admit she's skeptical, and was skeptical about this today. But if someone comes to you and is just completely not believing that this will work, is that a barrier for you?
You can push it away. So you have to be a little bit willing. If you are somebody somebody who believes that hypnosis is going to brainwash you and there's no way I'm going to let this guy in, you can absolutely push it away. So you have to have a little bit of willingness, but most people, 90% of people are absolutely hypnotizable. It's those 10% of people who are like, no, I'm not going to let this guy hypnotize me. For some reason, they just don't want to do it. They don't want to let go. But most people can learn to be hypnotized, and it's a skill that they can learn. And every time they do it, you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So if I came back and you listen to all the hypnosis tracks in my book,
right,
you're going to go deeper every single time. Which is kind of fun.
And there are the tracks in the book,
but
we should mention there are download codes so you can listen to Dr. Dow's soothing voice. Go ahead.
And I'm guessing, so, you know, because my eyes were closed, but you kept saying they were fluttering. I didn't really notice it.
Yeah, I noticed right away when you were going down the stairway in that last segment, your eyeballs were fluttering, and that's one of the earliest signs of going into trance, into that theta brainwave, because what do we do when we dream? Rapid eye movement, right? Your eyes flutter. So when the conscious control lets go of bodily tension, the eyeballs will sometimes start to flutter. And I saw that right away with you. So all of that tension, like your jaw tension, tension in your hands, it's like the conscious brain just says, it's okay, I don't have to do that anymore. So hypnosis is essentially the opposite of fight or flight. And a lot of people, I think in this country, we have too much anxiety. So there's too much fight or flight, and hypnosis just presses us down into a little bit more of the opposite, rest and digest, the parasympathetic dominance, which is good for any sort of stress disorders, anxiety disorders. We know that the immune system is boosted. We know that in research university studies that this helps to increase T cells. So if you want to prevent cancer, if you're a cancer survivor, this is actually going to help to boost your immune system. At MD Anderson, again, here in Houston, they use it for cancer surgeries, and it helps people who are breast cancer survivors who are having a surgery, or who are recently diagnosed. Instead of going in general anesthesia, it's hypnosis, which is local sedation, and those patients in research, they recover faster.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really interesting. There have been, even recently, surgeries performed with just hypnosis. If you have a high hypnotizable, or you teach yourself to go really deep, you won't feel pain. Or if you have migraines or lower back pain, you can teach yourself the brain can rewire. I help people to rewire their brains, and that part of the body that feels pain, I just help their brain to rewire it and not notice it anymore.
Oh,
this is fascinating.
I know, it is. And listen, don't forget, Dr. Dow has an all-day self-hypnosis workshop coming up on Sunday. Houston Life viewers can get $50 off with the code 8826. Visit our website for more information. I think you're going to do something on Facebook Live after the show.
Yeah,
is that
because
right?
I am so curious. I want to try the hypnosis for myself. So after the show, if you can stick around, we'll do a little something, a Facebook Live on our Houston Life Facebook pages.
Thank you.
Dr. Mike Dow, thanks so
pleasure.
much for stopping by. Good luck with the event this weekend.
Thank you.
Still ahead on Houston Life, pointers to try your hand at smoking brisket. We've got 3 tasty game day recipes right after this.
Don't let the insurance companies screw you over. Car wrecks, truck accidents, DWI. We've been proudly serving the Houston area for over 45 years. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, call the lawyer you can trust. Call attorney Steve Lee right now.
Wish we could afford to buy new furniture. What is this?
It's your breakthrough from Conn's Home Plus. Conn's Low Payment Finder finds the lowest payment tailored to you. Good credit or building credit.
Wow!
And now, during Cashbacktober, get up to $500 cash back on your furniture purchase, plus an additional $200 cash back when you combine it with a TV. And get Cashbacktober offers store-wide all month long.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare Texan Plus Health Plan with 0 plan premium. Call 1-877-797-1607. That's 1-877-797-1607. Representatives will provide detailed information and help see if you qualify. WellCare Texan Plus provides access to a large network of local and regional doctors and hospitals. Plus, some plans give you more dental, more vision, and more hearing. Plus, more prescription drug coverage. WellCare Texan Plus is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be right for you. Call 1-877-797-1607. That's 1-877-797-1607.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, call the lawyer you can trust. Call attorney Steve Lee right now, and we will not let the insurance companies screw you over. You never need an appointment. We can help you right now. Before you do anything else, call attorney Steve Lee right now.
Well, welcome back. Every good game day needs some great party foods.
That's right. Head honcho of Bear Creek Smokehouse, Robbie Schultz, is here with 3 game day recipes. This could be in your arsenal forever. Robbie, great to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here today. So, you know, smoking brisket can be an art form of its own.
Exactly.
You know?
People take years to get their brisket like yours.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes.
But, you know, anyway, so there are some tips and tricks and things that we'll share today that maybe help you get to the point where you want your brisket to be. There's a lot of different ways to season a brisket. A lot of people will use just like salt and pepper, just give it a general rub, but there's so many other things that you can do to it. You can add garlic powder, you can add paprika, chili powder, whatever to suit your taste.
And the chili powder and that garlic powder, that's one of your pro tips. Looks like you're cooking up a flatbread here.